when Cameron was in Egypt's land. Let my Cameron go.
Hey there, folks. It's Nathan here. Enjoying a day off from work on the good old birthday that I am sharing with my daughter. Yesterday I received in the mail a gift from Robert, E&A's dad. And included in that was some of his own breakfast toast. So, see that there. It's really nice. There we go. Nice. Thick flakes. A little bit more than thicker than dark fired. About as thick as a Samuel Gawith blend. This is good. And it's really kind of neat. On the back of his little miniature tin here, he gives a description of what he does with it, and that's fun. I bet he had a bunch of fun with that, no doubt. So, and it's a good blend. I'm I'm enjoying a pipe full of it right now. It would help if I packed it right. I didn't pack it very well, but the flavors are good. I'm just lighting it too much. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Um, repack this. So one of the other things I wanted to mention too is there's a little bit more with cellaring that I do. I wanted to do a part 2 and go over my philosophy with what I determine to be cellarable and what's, you know, well, not what I determine, what I do with the ones that I did deem to be cellar worthy. So I mentioned I had a spreadsheet, and so here's a little bit of the spreadsheet. All right, so this is my cellar spreadsheet that I've got. This is pretty, you know, I figure I probably need a certain amount of grams. I broke it out into grams, ounces, and pounds, and how much I need to make it to my birthday each year. Obviously, that's today, so it's going to be at 0, so I don't need anything except what I've got in my pipe now. But I probably need about 1,600 grams a year, or a little over 3.5 pounds a year, to make it through each individual year. And so by the time that I'm, 63, from this point in time, I need 72 pounds to make it there. I obviously don't have that. I've only got a little over 20 pounds, which is good enough to actually get me to August 29th. So this is just kind of how I nerd out sometimes. Um, and these calculations are based off of um, basically 1 to 2 bowls. So it's about 4.5 grams per day on average to get to here. So, um, so that's what I've gotten. And this feeds off of my next tab where I've got everything calculated out into what I have open in tins and what I have cellared, and it goes on to the side, and I've got it categorized into just generic ones that I have that I don't intend on getting more of necessarily, versus these ones where, if I, like rare and special occasion, if I have an opportunity to get them, I will. If I don't, then they're at the levels that they are. But these ones here, these cellar deeps, the plugs, the light, special editions, if I have the opportunity to get them, I will be doing so. So, and that's just kind of how I've got it all set up, and it all just feeds over nicely, gives me a date, which really means absolutely nothing, but because I'm a dork, then I do that. Um, so yeah, that's just kind of what I've got there. And then here's a little bit of what I do with that, which I like to keep the jars, stuff that's opened, I like to keep them not much more than a tin's worth of tobacco open in a jar at a time. And I've got too many open jars to begin with, but the ones that I do uh, have it more than enough, then I seal away the rest of it, and this is what I do. Now, this is a picture of some of what I have stored away. And my philosophy is so all that I had listed as my cellared, sealed, quiet nights, I don't leave things in tins. Um, I've seen too many of them rust and too many of them bulge and break to have that as an interest. And so what I do is I stick them away in, these are approximately 50 grams worth in each bag. And I will wrap them in paper and then vacuum seal them, almost pulling out all the air. But I want to leave air in there so that they don't effectively lose any ability to age without air. So these things will age in the bags and continue to grow in flavor. And so that's just kind of my philosophy with cellaring what I don't have in open tins. And so it's just a nice little uh, thing to be able to have the ability to do. So there's my part 2 of my cellaring process. First video it was, determining what I would cellar, and this is the rest of it is how I go about tracking it and then storing it away. So, and the nice thing about those bags too is whenever I finish whatever I have in a jar, I just go to my cellar, grab one of those bags, open it up, and drop it in the jar. No need to weigh or anything like that. It's already done, and you know I'm good to go. So I've enjoyed this, Robert, and I thank you for this. I know you didn't know it was my birthday, so I'll thank you for the unintentional birthday gift. But it's tasty. Um, I think, Lord willing, I may want to get with you and go through a process and see how you. I wouldn't mind learning how to make my own blends. It'd be kind of fun to do because I'm sure you enjoyed immensely doing this. So, mm, I will say the breakfast toast goes well with a cup of joe. So, anyway, that's my Deep Cellar Part 2 video. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've got anything beyond, or if you just leave them in the tins, um, let it go that way, and then let me know. Because I know that there's probably other ways that people do. So a bunch of people I know, like Derek Tant, has just jars and jars of stuff. Um, you know, pretty interesting. Again, it's another facet of the hobby that we all know and really enjoy. Life is good. Life is good with a bowl of tobacco. Anyway, take care, everyone. Love you all. Grace and peace.